Now recognizes the gentleman from New Mexico, Mr. Pearce.
Thank you, Mr. Cordray. Congratulations and condolences on your confirmation. I represent New Mexico. 50% of the loans in New Mexico for housing are for trailer houses. Now, when your agency excluded balloon loans, it made it very difficult to loan money on houses that are, if they're misused, they actually deteriorate, fall down in 4 or 5 years. So the balloons were common practice, and so you've made that very difficult. Any prospects of changing that?
Thank you, Congressman. And this was an issue that we worked hard on to try to give more latitude in the rural or underserved areas. I come from an area of Ohio that I consider rural. There's a farm across the road, but I've come to understand that in western states, rural really means something quite different from my experience.
That would bring up then the second point.
Yeah, and so
I'll show you your map.
That's right.
Yeah, so this is New Mexico.
That's right.
We got 2 million people in the same size geographically as the Northeast. 55 million people live in that area.
Yep.
Now, if you look over here in this corner here, that's Luna County. It's about 2,500 square miles, which makes it larger than Rhode Island and Delaware. And it's got 25,000 people, which means that we got 8 people per square mile. In New York, for instance, you have 27,000 people per square mile. We're being treated the same here. There's one road north and south, one road east and west, and the one town sits right in the middle, and they're being treated. So this definition of rural and underserved somehow doesn't play out. Cibola County right here goes over to the Arizona border. It's got 6 people per square mile, and they are not declared rural in your definition.
Now, let me just, because I think I can lance the boil on this. I've seen a similar map for Ohio, and as soon as I saw the map, I realized we didn't get that right. What we did then was we put in a 2-year moratorium on that. We've given everybody comfort and security for 2 years. This will not be a problem for anybody in any of those counties for the next 2 years.
How many home loans fall in the 2-year, 0 to 2-year category?
No. For 2 years, this does not take effect. That's what we've done. We've pulled that back.
So they could make 100,000 loans and for 15 years, and they wouldn't have to reconsider those loans. Anything done here?
No. For 2 years, we've completely solved this problem. No lender has to worry about this for anything they're doing.
I'm asking about the loans that are made during this 2-year period that extend beyond the 2-year period.
Any loans they make during the next 2 years, this is not a problem. We
pulled
it back.
That's my question.
And during those 2 years, we're going to reconsider this and redo that definition in a way that's more aligned, and we're happy to talk to you and your staff as we go. That's back off the table, going to be reconsidered. Not a problem for people, in part because of the input we got from people that you're talking about.
The general prevailing direction, and we had Ms. Kelly here in this committee room on May 21st, and then she came in on July the 10th to visit personally with us. We still haven't heard any answers. So, I mean, I know you haven't had quite enough time to answer some of the things that have come in August, but this is now dating back to May and July, and still no answers on these things.
What's the issue?
Understand that when you declare that banks are going to be okay, they don't have to follow QM if they hold things in their portfolio. Understand that the portfolio of the average bank in New Mexico is 70 days. That means we can lend money for trailer houses for 70 days. Then we got to wait until those pay off. So when you treat these areas of the West the same way that you treat Wall Street, understand that you have a war on the poor that is going on. That's who suffers. Access to credit and access to being able to borrow money just to get into some used trailer house. And so the one-size-fits-all has been disadvantageous to us there in the poor rural areas. Some of the counties in New Mexico got 14,000 per capita income. I mean, and so as you make your rules, and again, it would have been nice to get answers from Ms. Cochran before now. We had a good dialogue on this very thing. you gave high praise to community banks, but understand it's the community banks who are telling me that we're probably just going to shut down and go out of business because of CFPB. That's what I'm hearing across the state. And so with your high praise for them, understand that your rules are the ones that are probably going to choke off the banks, and no one from Wall Street is ever going to come to New Mexico and lend money for a trailer house.